Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody, your coach of Westchester Weavers, and today we have our SSL Week 3 matchup against the faded Andy, coach of the Brighton Brelooms. If I mispronounced that name, I apologize, Andy. Um, I can't read, and I'm horrible at enunciating stuff. But yes, this is our SSL Week 3 matchup. It's kind of weird. We actually played our Week 4 matchup before we played our Week 3 matchup. Both Andy and I just had busy schedules, and he's in Europe, so we had to delay our match a little week. Week 4, I already played Week 4, so I already know the results, but I won't spoil it for anybody who didn't watch. That video will go up next week, and we'll just go back into order. I kind of like just things being in sequential order. Could have uploaded 2 videos, but I just didn't want to do that, to be honest. But yeah, so this is our Week 3 matchup, and I've never played Andy, so I'm really excited for this matchup. I always love playing new players. Just to see different looks and see how different people play and different people handle situations. It gives a different type of experience, if that makes sense. But yeah, Andy's got a pretty scary team. He has Mega Scizor, Porygon 2, Serena, Melodic, Azelf, and Zygarde 50%. While on my side, we've got Police, the Arcanine with Intimidated, max. I'm pretty sure almost max HP and almost max defense. Very heavily invested in both with a Shuckleberry. Now, this Arcanine is my primary answer to Mega Scizor. And with the Shuckleberry, I could probably take 1,000 arrows, or I should be able to take 1,000 arrows at a certain range. But it's there. Arcanine has Toxic, Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, and I believe Morning Sun. Toxic, obviously, just spread Toxics, and if I can get a Toxic on the Zygarde, that'd be great, because Zygardes do like to sub up. Dragon Pulse, obviously, for the Zygarde as well, if it's Toxic, and what else do I got? I got Flamethrower for the Mega Scizor and Morning Sun just for recovery. Then next we have, you may call her Stephanie, but I call her Heavenly. Yes, Heavenly, the Hippowdon, rocking a little bit of mixed defense with a little bit in defense and a little bit in special defense, and I believe max HP. This set is specifically to eat up some psychics from Azelf while also being able to kind of take on the Scizor and take on the Zygarde and to take hits from Porygon 2. He did have a Tapu Bulu as well, and Tapu Bulu is kind of, poor man's Tapu Bulu is kind of represented here in Serena, but and by poor man I mean homeless man's version of Tapu Bulu. But yeah, so Heavenly is rocking a really interesting, or not interesting, but kind of like a little bit of a lure set, a tad. So we have Earthquake and Saga Off, pretty standard. And then we have Fire Fang and Ice Fang. So Fire Fang is there for the Scizor, and Ice Fang is there for the Zygarde. So if I was really rocking a standard set, sorry guys. If I was rocking standard set, you may be able to, I don't want to say wall me out a little bit, but maybe wall me out a little bit with Scizor and Zygarde. So that's why I decided around dual elemental fangs, especially with 2 quad weak mons that are really big threats. I thought it was a good bring. And then next we have the beautiful Crankankers, rocking with a lot of physical defense and a lot of HP. I think almost max. And then I put a little bit of speed to outspeed the Milotic. And then I believe I have knockoff, foul play, Roost, and Defog. And now this set is, oh my god, yeah, holy shit. Sorry guys. This set was mostly for the Tapu Bulu. I didn't want to have no answer to Tapu Bulu, and I was kind of worried that it would just steamroll through my team a little bit. So I decided to just bring Amanda Buzz, and it's also a pretty halfway decent answer to Zygarde, and halfway decent answer to Mega Scizor. because foul play is gonna hurt those boys, and especially if they're boosted up. I know off this set, Manibus can take 1,000 arrows or a rock slide from 50s from Zygarde at a certain range. I mean, obviously if they're boosted like crazy, then I can't. And then next we have Master Mold, the Celesteela, rocking with I believe max special defense and max HP. Really to take on the Porygon 2 and Melodic and a couple other Mons as well. Forget specifically who, but in this matchup, those are the two we'll be matched up against, and potentially Azelf as well. We are rocking Toxic Leech Seed, Protect, and I believe Flamethrower for the Scizor. This set, yes, is just a very irritating set, and it is just there to be annoying. I don't think I have sub on this. I don't really remember if I do it or not. I know I had Toxic Leech Seed. Oh, sorry. But I'm not sure if I had Sub or Protect. Probably just Protect. And then we have Heliolisk, Gashbell. Yes, Gashbell. Catch me Bowser kicking. We have Life Orb, Gashbell with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hidden Power, Ice, and Surf. Surf, it was for the Magmortar that he does have. HP Ice for the Zygarde. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch for good stab and momentum, respectively. And finally, we have our main offensive pressure with Kronos the Kyurem. Kronos is rocking with the Choice Scarf, and that has Draco Meteor, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and I believe HP Fire for the Scizor. So, looking at his team, kind of have to worry about the Porygon 2 and the Melodic. Those mons can be very problematic and can also like just straight up wall out teams. Like I need to get a Toxic on both of them to really help whittle them down. One of the primary reasons why I was running Life Orb Heliolisk was for the Melodic. I haven't run like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't think I've ever run anything but Scarf Heliolisk, but I'm trying to diversify Heliolisk a little bit. Heliolisk has pretty good stats. But yeah, so I pretty much had the Life Orb specifically for that. I do have to be worried about a Flame Orb variant as well, or like just statusing in general. Like if I status it, I want to status it with a Toxic. That's what I'm trying to say. I think we have the tools to wall it out. I think Mandibuzz can just kind of sit in front of it as soon as it gets Toxic. Obviously, don't want to get Toxic as well with Melodic, but it is what it is. Kronos looks like it has a pretty good matchup. Ice Beam is going to hurt the Serena. Ice Beam's going to hurt that. HP Fire's, I just got to get it like on right matchups, but after a certain point, I might be able to clean up with Ice Beam, to be honest. But yeah, so we're going to get off into the match. Just like looking at the matchup, looks like Mandibuzz just has like a fire matchup right here. And if he has Flame Orb Melodic, I can knock it off right off the rip. If he leads off with Azelf, we can hit anything, or we can live anything that Azelf wants to do and foul play it and bring it down to its sash or very close to. Scizor, same deal. We could just foul play that boy, and then Zygarde, go foul play, knock off, or just do whatever. So Mandibuzz is looking like the lead for this match, and we were gonna lead off Crank Yankas, and he goes into this. I had to run a couple calcs to make sure the ball wouldn't kill from this range, and it doesn't not. He goes for the rocks, and we just get that off, and we get 85% off Azelf turn 1, which is super sweet. I think we just go for another foul play right here. No, we go for the knock. And then right here, I actually was really happy and like thought I knocked off a Flame Orb, but it knocked off the Assault Vest. So I'm like, okay. Good to know, good to know. Because he has Assault Vest, he probably doesn't have Toxic. He probably has like 4 moves, like Ice Beam, Dragon Tail, Scald, and I don't know, Hydro Pump or an HP. But he goes for the Ice Beam and does like nada. And he goes for the Scald, and I get burned. I'm like, yo, Scald, best move in the game. And we just drop a Toxic on it. Yeah, like, I don't care if Marvel Skill activates or not. Like, we got the Toxic off on this. This is all that matters to me, at least. I think we went for the Seeds right here, and he reveals the HP. It's super effective, and it's probably HP Electric. And we get Toxic and some Seeds back, and then I think we go for Seeds again. No, we just Protect. And then I think I Protect right here because a lot of Serenas, especially offensive Serenas, are usually scarfed. So I just want to see what he wants to lock himself into. And then I think we switch right now into... Oh, no, he's Drop Kick. So he reveals that he's not scarfed, and instead he reveals that he's Life Orb. And then I thought he was going to switch or U-turn right there, so I went for Seeds. I missed, and he stayed in, so it doesn't really matter if I hit it because it wouldn't affect. He goes for the U-turn right here, and he has to take a little more Life Orb damage, which is perfectly fine on my part. And we go for the Flamethrower. Kinda... I don't know why I did that. I think I was just trying to hit the Serena. Maybe I was expecting the Scizor to come in and him on predicting me on a Toxic. But yeah, that's why we did that Flamethrower play. Kind of chill play. And he goes for the sub right here, and we Toxic, and of course we don't hit the Toxic, and we wouldn't have hit it anyway because of the sub. I actually had like a really big feeling that he was gonna sub there, but part of me thought he was gonna like, I don't know, Dragon Dance up on me or Coil up on me right there. I don't know why. Honestly, don't know why I didn't switch. In the moment, I was like, damn, I'm dumb. I'm dumb, dog. It was like we go into Heffany. He can't touch me. He Dragon Dance. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. We get it eaten. We eating snake tonight, boy. We crunching. We ice fanging. And that's a lot. That's gonna do a lot. So he has to switch into Melodic, and we just go for the Ice Bank. I just don't want the Zygarde living, to be honest. And then I think we switch right here. We switch into Gash Bell, and on him Scalding, and we get the health back with Dry Skin. And we have to take a little damage, and he's basically got to sack this thing. It's pretty much dead anyway. He could use it for Death Fodder, but then he has to switch out and eat a Volt Switch with something. We switch into Crank Anchors right here, and I think he goes into... Who does he go into? He goes into Azelf, and he drops Toxic on me on the knock. Probably should have defogged right there, but I'm kind of glad I just took out the Azelf because I just didn't want to deal with it. And I think right here... Do we defog right here? Yeah. He subs on the defog. I'm not too worried about him subbing because I just know that... I have Foul Play to break it, and I also have Ice Fang in the back. I think right here, I think he's going to sub, so I think I go right into Heffany, get the Sand popping, and he goes and subs right here. That's fine. We could break the sub easy with an Ice Fang, and that we do. So we go into here, and then he goes into Porygon 2, and we go for Fire Fang right here. So kind of blew the Fire Fang reveal. Sad, right? But we're Slack Off, Earthquake, and I don't think I showed Earthquake. I showed Slack Off. I don't even know if I showed Slack Off at this point. But I know I didn't show all 4 of my moves. So I decided to go into Police right here, and he decides to Magic Coat. I'm like, okay, cool, can't Toxic this. So we go into Master Mode, and he Magic Coats again, and right here, he can't. This Thunderbolt, as you can see, he's about to use Thunderbolt. It cannot take me out, and I can Toxic it right here, and I wasn't worried about a Magic Bounce bouncing back because I'm already status, and I am a Steel type. And we live it. And we go for the Toxic right here, and Porygon 2 is Toxic, and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And we just die on the next Tri Attack. Perfectly fine. Celestial did its job, Toxicking and being annoying as fuck. So we go with that and switch and try to bait him to do a Thunderbolt, and he goes into Mega Scizor, and we eaten this Mega Scizor up with the Fire Fang on the SD. This did 59%. This did a lot. So we decided to go at the Intimidate popping, and he goes for Bug Bite, and even at +1 it only does 29% because we eating those. He goes for the Superpower, and I live on 2, which is very fortunate. And we just take this thing out with a Flamethrower, and Sand takes this out. So go right into Chronos. He doesn't really, out of the 3 Mons, only Porygon 2 can really handle Chronos to a degree. By handle, I mean like not die in one hit. So we just go into Gash Bell, and we eat this Tri Attack up. And I think we just Volt Switch right here. Yup. And we got a crit. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, maybe it helped with differential, but not really. And we decide to go into Heffany, and he decides to recover. And then we're just going to continue to slack off. we just slack off right here, and we kind of can just have this thing die, to be honest. And yeah, and this Porygon 2 is going to die because of a Soulless Steel to Poison, which is really nice, really, really nice. And then we decide to go into Crankakers, and he goes for Trap Kick. At this point, I'm just like, okay, this thing can die. That's fine. And we can just foul play. Just keep on clicking it, and then at it, go right into Kronos and kill Serena and Zygarde with Choice Scarf Ice Beam. And that's pretty much the game. Fun game. Glad Hafni got the shine. I love Hafni. I love Meme Hippo, and good to get Kronos 2 more kills for MVP. But yeah, that's gonna be the game. Good game to Andy. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Moody, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.